Now the end of the year is upon us, which is so crazy. I'm gonna do my book superlatives of this year. Best book with the jaw-dropping plot twists slash endings would be either The Will of the Many or Metal Slinger. I think The Will of the Many remains one of my top favorite books from this year. And Metal Slinger, I was having a good time with this book. I wasn't like loving it, but then when I got to the end, my jaw was on the floor at like 2 o'clock in the morning. This plot twist really turned me on to like truly liking this book a lot more than I would have. The book I read the fastest was House of Flame and Shadow. I had a good time with it. I mean, it was like 900 pages of like so many POVs, but I still enjoyed it. I want to say I read it maybe 12 hours. Also reading this when my boyfriend was having surgery at the hospital, so I was just in the waiting room like flipping through this book. Sitting next to my boyfriend's mom, who was freaking out, who also had The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I was like, girl, read your book. It's okay. He's gonna be fine. It was nothing urgent. The best magical world for me this year was A Darker Shade of Magic. I would love to live in this world, I think. This is one of the worlds that I would actually feel a little safer living in. Book that made me cry the most. I normally don't physically cry during books. Like, I cry like mentally, like internally. The last book in the War of Lost Hearts trilogy epilogue was just so beautiful that it literally brought tears to my eyes. Book that made me laugh the most is probably Dungeon Carl Crawler. It's just so absurd and bizarre, but I love the cat in it. The cat talks and her name is Princess Donut, and she is very sassy and very funny. The biggest snooze fest for me would probably be either A Frozen River. I mean, I love a good mystery, but this is like a historical fictional mystery, and when you add history into it, that's when like I start falling asleep. And same with The Discovery of Witches. I wanted to love this so much. I need more action and less let's go back to the 1800s. A book talk book that I think was worth the hype was Riftborn, and I think also this was kind of underhyped. Like, I love this book. I'm so excited for book 2. A book talk book that was most overhyped for me was probably like Sky Shade or Reckless. I'm just not a fan of either of these series. There are so many other awards that I could give, but these were just a few from all the books that I have read this year.